All right, so real quick, it says light travels in a straight line and can be modeled by a linear function. When the light is reflected off the mirror, it travels in a straight line in a different direction. From physics, the angle in which the light ray comes in is equal to the angle in which it is reflected away. The angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. You could use the absolute value function to model this situation. So, at a science museum exhibit, a beam of light originates at 10 feet from the floor and is reflected on a mirror on the floor that is 15 feet away from a wall and that it originates from. Oh, I see. How high off the floor on the opposite wall does the light hit if the other wall is 8.5 feet? So what they're saying is you got a light here, right? And the light's going to, well, let me change my color so it looks like light. The light is here, and it reflects off this mirror, boom, and we want to know what this is, okay? So what we do is we just kind of plug this in. This is going to be based on a model, right? If we use the absolute value bracket, because that looks like an absolute value function. So this is the whole A absolute value 1 over B times the quantity X minus H plus K. Well, the vertex of this thing would probably be right here. Okay, so we have to determine what numbers we're going to plug in for there. And it says it's 15 feet away from the wall, but it's so this is 15 feet. In other words, if we think of this as the origin, right? Like this is 0, 0, this would be 15, 0. So that means my H is equal to 15 and K is equal to 0. And then we got to pick another point on the graph. Well, we know that this point here would be 0, 10. So in this scenario, I'm going to have an X that's equal to 0 and a Y that's equal to 10. The opposite wall is 8.5 feet away. So I'm going to plug this in probably... Well, actually, it's not 8. It's 8 plus 15, right? So they want to know the total distance. So it would be, it'd be this plus this, which I think is, what is that, 23.5? So we'll come back to that in a second. So the vertex of this bad boy is 15, 0. So we're going to plug that in. My H is 15. My K is 0. And then we're going to substitute or evaluate at 10, 0, 10, right? So we're going to evaluate this at 0, 10. Remember that this is the X value and this is the Y value. So this is my Y. This is my X, which I'm going to plug in 0. And then my K value is also 0. All right, I'm going to go. You just go. I'll finish the video and we'll look at it later. Then this becomes negative 15 equals 10. The absolute value of negative 15 is positive 15. I divide both sides by 15. I get 10 over 15, which reduces down to 2/3. And that is the equation. Therefore, my equation is 2/3 absolute value of X minus 15 absolute value, and G of 23.5 is, if I plug that into the calculator, it's 17/3 if we consider the principal root. And that's it.